Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. You know it's your boy Anime King, and today I'm gonna be giving you part 46 of What If Kurama Gave Naruto a Dojutsu. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. I posted a new episode of that on this channel. And also go ahead and check out Anime King 2. If this is the first time you're hearing of Anime King 2, I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description for you guys to click on and go over there and enjoy. And if you enjoy the 100 plus what ifs over there, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King family. So yeah guys, thank you for all of your help and your support. So tonight over in Anime King 2, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix, so stay in tune for that. And also I'm gonna be posting Uchiha Naruto the Sage, so also stay in tune for that. And remember, thank you all again for your help and your support, and without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. So the last time we left off, the group was still doing the test as Naruto and Eugeo went off. Naruto and Eugeo went under a secret tunnel where they were stopped by an Anvu as he gave them something to drink. He then told them that one of the drinks were poison, as the Kyuubi quickly informed Naruto that it was his drink. As Naruto was waiting for the Kyuubi to heal him, the Anvu told them that one of them had to kill each other and he would give them the antidote. That simple. Naruto then started to speak as he told the Anvu that he would never do something like that to Eugeo, as Eugeo couldn't understand how Naruto acted this way. He was just different from everyone he ever met. They then quickly subdued the Anvu as Naruto told Eugeo to take the antidote just in case. As Eugeo looked at Naruto, as Naruto then asked her out on a date, as she was surprised. "You don't even know me," she asked him, as Naruto then tell her a lot of things that he know about her, which caused her to be shocked, as she also told him things that she know about him as well. After that, the both of them entered the fighting part of the test, where the only people remain are Kakashi Hatake, Anko, Genma, Shikaku Nara, and Naruto, as the first match was Kakashi versus Shikaku Nara, and also Tendo aka Yamato had to compete because of the numbers. So yeah guys, that was basically last part we left off. You guys can switch across the playlist and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. So the battle went on. As it went long, Kakashi was using his Sharingan, and in the end he used up too much chakra, so he gave up, making Shikaku the winner. The next battle was Genma versus Anko, which Genma won. Now the current battle is Naruto versus Tendo aka Yamato. So let's get straight into this. "Alright, begin," said Tsunade. Naruto quickly threw shurikens at Yamato, which he easily blocked. As Naruto started to throw shurikens after shuriken, as he was grinning like a madman, as he then stopped as he held up hand sign. "Ninja art, cloud shuriken," Naruto yelled, as all of the shurikens then turned into cloud as the place turned foggy. It was then that the cloud appeared above Tendo, and shurikens started raining down as Tendo quickly deflect and block them all. "You will have to do more than that to beat the Anvu," said one of the people in the crowd. "Don't worry, he's just getting started," said Anko. Meanwhile, Yamato finished blocking all of them. "Not bad, Uzumaki." He then stopped as Naruto was gone. The shurikens were just a distraction. Immediately, a flash of light appeared in midair as everyone looked up to see Naruto charging down at Yamato. As Naruto yelled, "Giant Rasengan!" Yamato quickly flipped out of the way as the Rasengan slammed into the ground, destroying it. "If you don't get serious, then you're going to get hurt," said Naruto, as he took out a scroll and bit his thumb, and then run through hand sign. "Final destination, hole," said Naruto as he slammed his hand on the scroll. It was then that the ground started to shake. It was then the ground beneath Tenzo break apart, causing him to quickly jump up into the air. As Tenzo runs through hand sign, Mokiton, wood release, dark forest. Wood release? How does he know the first Hokage's jutsu? No one was able to do that except for Hoshirama, thought Haku, as she was studying up on Konoha history. Meanwhile, Naruto narrowed his eyes as the ground broke apart underneath him and trapped him as trees wrapped all around his body. Didn't see that coming, said Naruto, as he tried to break out, but Tenzo shook his head. Sorry Naruto, but those trees are the strongest trees you will ever meet. They cannot get destroyed that easily. Naruto chuckled as he then closed his eyes, as he snapped open them as he had the Mangeto Sharingan. Amaterasu, said Naruto, as he burned the trees, as he quickly escaped. He then focused back on the black flames, causing them to disappear. Well, you certainly are full of surprises, said Tenzo, as Naruto nodded with a shrug. Well then Tenzo, how about we kick this pace up a notch, Naruto said, as he disappeared in a blur. As he appeared in front of Tenzo and brought down his fist, Tenzo turned his hand into a wood vine and wrapped around Naruto's hand as he flipped Naruto over him and slammed him down into the ground. Naruto quickly flipped up back. Maybe you would like to give up now, said Tenzo. But Naruto simply chuckled as he turned back to his opponent. No thanks, I am having a blast, said Naruto as he charged at Tenzo again. The both of them went through a taijutsu battle as the dust picked up around them, as the crowd widened their eyes as Tsunade smiled in her seat. So, Daimyo, who do you think will win? Tsunade asked. Well, whether this boy wins or not, he has my vote, said the Daimyo, as Tsunade nodded. Finally, Naruto get a direct kick in Tenzo's face, sending him flying towards the wall. Naruto then closed his eyes as he placed his hand on the ground. Kyuubi, this will be my first time using this step, as Naruto then started to pump his chakra into the ground. Yen release, the power that governs imagination. Naruto then heard Tenzo yell, Mokiton would release, 3 bind flourish burial, Tenzo yelled, as he sent multiple 3 binds at Naruto. As Naruto couldn't bother do his Yen release, as he quickly flipped back as he was running, but he realized that they were following behind him. He then got an idea as he ran at Tenzo. The Anvu grinned as he did another set of hand signs. Earth style. Earth enchantment wall, said Tenzo, as he created a wall between him and Naruto. No way would Naruto turn his own jutsu back on him, but he was still underestimating Naruto. As chakra flared up around Naruto, Getsuga, he said as he spun directly into the wall, destroying it. As Tenzo quickly jumped out of the way of Naruto's attack. As Tenzo landed, I can see why you made Jonin, Naruto, he said. Thank you, I tried, said Naruto, as Tenzo then ran through another set of hand signs. But you have come to the last stage. Everything I have done was to prepare you for this trap, said Tenzo, as Naruto narrowed his eyes. He looked around the field and widened his eyes, as he was surrounded by wood and trees, as Tenzo then smirked as he finished his hand signs. You lose, Uzumaki Naruto. You're not ready to become the Hokage. I had fun, said Tenzo as he slammed his hand on the ground. Earth release. Earth flow division, Tenzo yelled, as the earth under Naruto split in 2. Naruto cursed as he tried to stick his chakra to the ground, but it was too steep and he fell down. Tenzo then ran through another set of hand signs. Earth release. Earth spears, as spears appear all over the wall, with Naruto in the center of it. As everyone widened their eyes to what Tenzo was about to do. He wouldn't go that far, would he? Tatsumi asked, while Kakashi narrowed his eyes. Everyone was on the edge of their seats, as Kiba and Haku feared the worst. They all knew what he was about to do. He was about to close the 2 walls to impale anyone that was inside. Tenzo! Yelled Yujiro, but he ignored her. Earth release, said Tenzo as he ran through hand signs again. Dynamic closing, as he closed the 2 earth walls, as they shut tight and the ground returned back to normal, as everyone gasped. as Tenzo was the only one left on the field. At the Namikaze compound, Fu, Kasumi, Teiwaya, Kimimaru, they all widened their eyes as Kushina squeezed her fist tightly as she could see nothing but killing Tenzo for what he did. As Yujito just looked over and wondered if all Onvus were that unforgiving. Back at the field, Tenzo turned to Tsunade as he bowed, as he could feel the people hating him, but he did what he had to do. Well, Uzumaki, you have the crowd's sympathy, Tenzo said, as he looked up at the Hokage. As Tsunade got up from her chair, Naruto Uzumaki is unable. It was then that she stopped, as they all felt chakra. It was vibrating through the ground. It was then that the ground exploded and sand fly out as it wrapped around Tenzo's feet, trapping him as Naruto emerged from the ground in a sand armor. Whoa, I was lucky. If I didn't do that, I would have died. But it doesn't matter. Until I become Hokage, I will never die, said Naruto, as everyone got excited again, as Teiwaya at the Namikaze compound widened her eyes, as the rest of them let go a breath of relief. Damn that brat, said Tsunade. I was so worried for him, as she rubbed her temples. Tenzo then breaked out of the sand as Naruto looked up at Shikaku. Sorry, said Naruto, as Shikaku didn't understand, as Naruto ran through hand sign, shadow possession technique, as his shadow rushed after Tenzo. As Shikaku shook his head, this blonde is troublesome, alright. Tenzo managed to escape out of Naruto's shadow, but Naruto had his Shinsei Nakan on, as he can use two dojutsus at once. It was then that the sand below Tenzo's feet erupted and grabbed him tightly, as Naruto took this as his perfect opportunity. He disappeared in incredible speed. He appeared in front of Tenzo as he clocked back his fist, as he was pouring chakra into it, as this is what he copied from Tsunade. This is for you, Tsunade, Naruto said. I give up, Tenzo said, before Naruto could punch him, as his hands and his feet were trapped, and he could feel the amount of chakra Naruto was pouring into that fist. That will put him in the hospital for too long, and he didn't have time to deal with that. As Tsunade then got up, winner, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, as everyone started to clap and cheer. As Haku ran down there, nice job, she said, as she gave him a kiss on the cheek. Well, I had fun, Naruto said that smile, as he was brought back up to the stands. After 5 minutes, Tsunade announced the next fight. That was Anko and Shikaku. But Shikaku rose his hand. Tsunade, I give up. I don't want the Hokage's position. I will take the paperwork, as when I'm done, I can go to sleep. Let Anko and Naruto fight it out, he said, with a shake of his hand. As Anko sighed, well then, I give up too. I don't want to be Hokage either, she said. I can just do the paperwork and then I'll be free, said Anko. Besides, you should give the position to someone who really wants it and earned it, as she looked at Naruto. Tsunade smiled and so did everyone else, as she turned her attention, as she looked at the daimyo who nodded, and A who nodded as well, as she then raised her hand and everyone went quiet. The winner of the fighting tournament is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, Tsunade yelled as everyone started to cheer. In the Namikaze compound, Kasumi and Fu were hugging each other as they jumped up and down, celebrating Naruto's win, as Kimimaru also smiled. As Teiwaya just looked at Tsunade, who rose Naruto's hand. Well, I must give him props, she said, as she turned her head from the crystal ball and looked at Kimimaru. He's kind of impressive. I now see why you think he can protect us, said Teiwaya, as Kimimaru looked at her, with a smile on his face. Alright, I'll trust him too, said Teiwaya. Meanwhile, Tsunade was talking to Naruto. I hope you know of the responsibilities, brat. It get hard from here on out. It's alright, Tsunade, I can handle it, said Naruto, as Tsunade raised her hands again for everyone to quiet down. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, and Shizune and Kurenai has won the tournament as people clap, as Kurenai and Shizune blush when people congratulate them on their wins. I will miss you all in these 2 years when I'm gone, but I am sure that Naruto will do a great job as a Hokage, said Tsunade. Tsunade then brought Naruto to the land of Fire Daimyo as she introduced Naruto to him, as Tsunade then announced that there will be no missions for today or tomorrow, as she then head up the stairs and left for the Daimyo. As Naruto looked down at the podium, as A, Darui and C congratulate him as well as they left. As Naruto stood there and everyone congratulate him, he then saw Yujiro as she walked up to him. So, aren't you leaving as well? Naruto asked, as she blushed slightly. Just wondering, when are you planning to take me on a date? She asked him, as Naruto chuckled, as he placed a finger to his chin. Tomorrow night. Got to make some reservations, Naruto told her, as Yujiro nodded as she gave Naruto a kiss on the cheek and shunned Shin away, while Naruto disappeared in a yellow flash. At the Namikaze compound, Naruto appeared at his door as he sighed, as he rubbed the back of his head. He then opened the door, as he was tackled back outside by Kasumi. Nice fight, Naruto, I can't believe you did it, said Kasumi, as Naruto chuckled and got back to his feet. So, I guess you all saw it, Naruto asked, as everyone nodded, as they allowed him to get into the house. Naruto then break away from all of them, as he walked up to Teiwaya, who was by herself, as she narrowed her eyes and looked at him. So, am I a little better in your opinion now? Naruto asked, as Teiwaya sighed. She rubbed the back of her head, as she then slightly punched Naruto in his arm. You at least make a better leader than that pedo Orochimaru. I guess you're not that bad, she said, as she then walked off towards her room, as Kimimaro patted Naruto on the shoulder and nodded. She likes you, Naruto. She treats all the people she likes like that. For her, you're not so bad. She's mostly saying that she likes you, as Naruto just chuckled, as Kushina then wrapped him up in a hug. That's my son, just like your father. I knew you could do it, she said, as Naruto chuckled. Everyone congratulated him on a job well done, but the tiredness was overwhelming, as everyone then went off to sleep. The next morning, Naruto was walking through the streets and everyone was looking at him. Kurenai and Shizune were informed that they need to be there also. They didn't know why, but they didn't refuse. It seemed people are still in a buzz over yesterday, said Kurenai as Shizune nodded in agreement. They then arrived to the Hokage's tower, as Tsunade was outside and she told them to go in. As they went into a room where they saw 3 mats, as Naruto sit down in the middle, while Shizune sit to the right and Kurenai sit to the left. As the daimyo entered the room, first thing first, I congratulate you on a job well done, Uzumaki Namikaze Naruto. As Naruto gave a small bow, thank you daimyo, I owe it to my 2 partners, Shizune and Kurenai. As Shizune and Kurenai gave the daimyo a small bow, the man nodded as he pointed his fan at Naruto. That's a good young man, knowing when to acknowledge your teammates for their hard work. That's a nice way to do things. So tell me boy, why do you take part in this tournament? The daimyo asked. Naruto then gently smiled as he rubbed the back of his head. Well, to test myself and my limits. And I consider it great training as well, and also good training for my 2 students, Naruto said, as the daimyo raised an eyebrow. Oh, and what 2 students are these? For someone your age to be training 2 people, it's quite something, the daimyo said, as Naruto pointed towards Kurenai. This is one of them, Kurenai. She was one of the people that come to me for me to help her with her taijutsu, even if there are many people better than me, said Naruto as Kurenai nodded. The other is Konoha, Snake Mistress, Anko Mitarashi. I really like training with them. I learned a lot and they learn a lot from me, said Naruto. Tell me boy, what do you think makes a good Hokage? The daimyo asked. Naruto closed his eyes as he rubbed the back of his head, as Shizune and Kurenai looked at him, as he went silent for a few moments. As he then opened his eyes, what makes a good Hokage is his village. A cage is nothing without people leaning on him or her. Without a village, a cage is just a powerful shinobi. What also makes a good cage is leadership in a time of troubles. It's about sacrifice. I learned that through the many things that have happened to me, through my current life. And now I want the position so I can protect all the precious people of this village. And I know it's a hard decision, but I can handle it. That's what make a good cage, Naruto said. The daimyo then chuckled. Someone like you doesn't show up often. You really are an amazing kid. Very well, from this day on, you will be Hokage until I deem you unfit. Naruto then raised an eyebrow. Wait, what? Isn't it for 2 years until Tsunade return? Naruto asks. That was the deal, but I'm changing that deal. Effective immediately. I want to see how well you can do with this village as your thing to protect. Tsunade will agree with me, the daimyo said, as Naruto got to his feet. The daimyo then walked up to Naruto as he patted him on the shoulder. You're young. I saw something on that battlefield. I saw intelligence, creativity, power and strength that it takes to lead this village. Now then, I know you can do it. So do you think you can do it? The daimyo asked. Naruto sighed as he looked at the ground. He then gulped as he sighed, as he turned back to Kurenai and Shizune. The two of them nodded and then he smiled. What do you think, Kyuubi? Naruto asked. I say go for it. I just have to train you harder than now, said the Kyuubi. Alright, you can count on me, said Naruto to the daimyo. I won't let you down. That's a good boy. I know I can count on you. And you too, the daimyo said, as he turned and looked at Shizune and Kurenai. Do you know why you took those 2 lessons? He asked, as the both of them shake their head. No. You two are going to be his advisor and his secretary. He chose you two, so the both of you are needed for such a task. As both Shizune and Kurenai widened their eyes. But I have a squad, Kurenai said. As the daimyo nodded. I am sure your new Hokage can come up with something, the daimyo said, as he nodded and left the room. As Naruto hung his head down. So, I am Hokage from now on. I wanted this, but now it feels weird. So, Hokage, shall we go? Said Kurenai with a smile on her face as Naruto's eyebrow twitched. Somewhere in the Sound Village, Zetsu and Orochimaru were walking through the halls of one of Orochimaru's bases. Akatsuki has set up hideout in his bases, and he informed all of his subordinates. So, Orochimaru, what you've been up to since your betrayal? White Zetsu asked. As Orochimaru looked at him, Orochimaru then chuckled. I have been up to a lot of things, he said. So what are we doing here anyways? Black Zetsu asked, as they came up to a door and opened it, as Kabuto was inside working. Kabuto, how is it coming? Orochimaru asked. Kabuto then held up a small vial. It's in the final stage, Lord Orochimaru. With this, the curse mark will gain the other stage that you wanted. Orochimaru looked at the liquid as Zetsu narrowed his eyes at the vial. Curse mark? Stage? What is this about? Black Zetsu asked. The curse mark is my own invention, giving someone an enormous boost of chakra and power. Up to now, it only has 2 stages, but I have found a way to push it beyond that. You can come in now, said Orochimaru, as a man entered. Yes, Lord Orochimaru. Kobayashi, said Orochimaru with a smirk. As Kabuto looked at the man, you know Kobayashi. I heard that Tasumi went for a new mate. As Kobayashi looked at him, so who did she go for? Kabuto took out a book as he threw it at him. Kobayashi caught it on a page. As he looked through, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As Kobayashi read all of the information on Naruto, Tasumi has really lowered her expectations. That Kyuubi brat, said Kobayashi, as he then looked at his dog, named Ayaka. As Kabuto looked at the dog as well. Also, there's another note. Turns out that Kuromaru had a daughter along with Ayuka. Her name is Kasumi. She lived with Naruto also. Heck, they even take down Akira and Kidomaru together, as Ayuka then transformed into her human form. as she was in a black slim kimono. So, he actually kept that girl. That was just my foolishness with Kuromaru. Even though she's my daughter, I feel nothing to her. Kobayashi, said Orochimaru, I will test the third stage of the curse mark on you to grant you even more power. As Kobayashi nodded, as he wondered, what will be the expression on his son Kiba and his daughter's Hana face when they see him. Back with Naruto. Naruto was dressed in a black suit with his tie as he looked in the mirror at himself as he walked down the stairs as all the girls came out. And where are you going? Haku asked as Naruto smirked as he headed for the door, as they all had the same question on their mind. Sorry, can't tell ya, Naruto said as he then ran out the door as Teiwaya entered the room with a glass of water. Now then, said Fu as she got to her feet. Fight me, to Teiwaya. Fight you? Yes, Naruto said that you are good, and I want to test my skills, so let's fight. Teiwaya chuckled darkly. You're going to experience a world of hurt. With Naruto, Naruto hopped through the trees as he finally came up on a house. As he knocked on the door and waited patiently. As the door then opened, as he saw Yujiro in a purple dress. As Naruto gulped and blushed, which made Yujiro giggle. Cat got your tongue? She asked, as Naruto remained speechless. You're so beautiful, Naruto said, as she blushed a bit and chuckled. As Naruto keeps staring, if you keep on staring, we're going to be late, as she snapped Naruto out of his staring. As Naruto then guided her to the place that they were going to eat. When they got there, Yujiro looked at the place. You got the money for this place? She asked, as Naruto's eyebrow twitched. You're the second person to say that about me, Naruto said, as Yujiro chuckled. Sorry, I meant nothing by it. It's just that this place is the most expensive place in Konoha, Yujiro said, as it was the Red Dragon. When they got there was a line, but Naruto walked past all of them, as the man at the door saw him. Oh, Uzumaki Namikaze, please come this way. Your usual table is waiting for you, the man said as he guided Yujiro and Naruto inside, as Naruto was a premium member of the Red Dragon, as he went to the top floor, as it was only them inside, as she looked through the glass to see the bright moon. So, while we wait, tell me about yourself, Yujiro said, as Naruto nodded, as he told her about his life. In return, she told him about her life, as it was a wonderful date and the both of them eat and enjoy themselves. As the date was over, the two left and Naruto escorted her back to her house. As they arrived, I had a good time, Yujiro, Naruto said. Me too, as this was the first time she was able to let go and not being in a fight for being an Anbu. I did too, Naruto. Thank you for a good evening, she said, as she then gave him a 10-second kiss on the lips. She then broke the kiss and gave him a wink and told him goodbye, as Naruto stood there, blushing all over, as he just happily walked off. 5 days later, the entire village was gathering around the Hokage's tower, as they were told that an important announcement was going to be spoke, as the Jonins and the Chunins knew what was going on, but they promised to keep their mouths shut. Sasuke, do you know what this is about? Sakura asked, as Sasuke gave Sakura a look that made her flinch. Why the hell would I know what's going on? Don't you have anything better to do than be near me all the time? Sasuke asked while Sakura held her head down, as the rest of the friends were there as well, as they sighed, as they wondered how long Sakura was going to keep trying. They could all tell that Sasuke wanted to be alone, but she just kept on bothering him. As everyone arrived, while Naruto was nervous, he didn't want to go out there, as Kurenai and Shizune was right beside him, as they saw how nervous he was. As Tsunade passed by and patted him on the shoulder. Don't worry, brat, I will be going first. As she then went out there and told everyone about the HPT, and that they weren't told about it, just the Jonins and the Chunins. as she told them that they're going to be having a new Hokage, as everyone was speechless, as everyone wondered who it was. "Come on out," said Tsunade. As Naruto walked out, Sakura, Ino, Tenten, Hinata, Choji dropped his bag of chips while the others widened their eyes, as Naruto's group already knew what was happening, so they all smiled. "Naruto is a Hokage? You're kidding," Sakura said as Neji sighed. "It was bound to happen someday. He worked harder than any of us." As Neji looked up at Naruto, as Hinata nodded in agreement. Naruto then came up with Shizune and Kurenai at his side. "Well," said Naruto, "I really don't know much about being Hokage, but with the help of Shizune and Kurenai, I will do my best and I won't let this village down," Naruto said. "Believe it." As everyone went quiet, the crowd then erupted in applause and cheers, making Naruto smile to see that everyone was happy, as he couldn't believe it. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out Anime King 2, because tonight guys, I'm gonna be giving you what if Naruto had the Sharingan and the Byakugan mix. So stay in tune for that. And also Uchiha Naruto the Sage. So yeah, for now, I'm out of here. Peace.